We are so close to letting AI agents run our cloud operations, but there's a huge hidden flaw in the plan that could lead to just absolute chaos. I mean, what happens when your cost-cutting AI and your reliability AI start fighting each other? Today, we're going to talk about the missing manual for your AI workforce, the context graph. We're going to tackle this in 5 parts. We'll kick things off with why cloud operations feel so broken right now. And then we'll actually quantify the real cost of all that chaos. After that, we'll reveal the missing piece, context, and show why it's the key to unleashing a truly powerful AI workforce, before we wrap up with a look at what the future of operations could be. So you've got all the modern tools, right? Infrastructure as code, CI/CD, top-of-the-line observability, but things still feel surprisingly hard. Deployments are nerve-wracking, and incidents are just a total pain. Let's dig into why that is. I'm sure this sounds painfully familiar to a lot of you. An alarm goes off, and the first few hours are just this frantic scramble, not to fix the problem, but just to understand what's even going on. What changed? Who owns this thing? What else depends on it? The most expensive part of any incident often happens before you even start the real fix. It's this expensive, frustrating loop, isn't it? We buy all the latest and greatest tools, but we still end up back in that same chaotic war room, trying to piece together the context from scratch every single time. Why? What is the fundamental piece that we're all missing? And here it is. The root cause is fragmented context. You see, the data you need, it's all out there, but it's scattered across dozens of different tools, systems, and teams. You have the data, but you completely lack the connected knowledge. It's like having all the puzzle pieces dumped on a table, but you have no idea what the final picture is supposed to look like. And look, this isn't just some engineering headache. Let's talk about the high cost of this chaos, because all those fragmented puzzle pieces, they have real, very expensive consequences for the business. Now, what's really interesting here is how this visualizes all the hidden costs. You're paying what you could call a reliability tax in all those wasted hours during incidents. You're paying for cost waste on zombie resources that nobody feels confident enough to delete. And you're paying a security and audit tax in all that manual, time-consuming effort just to prove compliance or contain a breach. And this really gets to the core financial hit. You pay your cloud provider for the resources, and then you pay a second hidden bill for all the operational overhead, the lost productivity, and the risk. It's a total double whammy that's just silently draining your budget and your team's energy. So, if fragmented context is the disease, what's the cure? Well, it's not about adding yet another dashboard or tool. It's about introducing a fundamental missing primitive into our entire operational stack. And that primitive is the context graph. Okay, let's break this down because it's important. Think of it as a living model of your system that is always up to date. It's versioned, so you can literally ask, what did our system look like last Tuesday? And, this is the magic part, it includes change lineage. It knows how and, more importantly, why your system evolved into its current state. Now, you might be thinking, hey, I have a CMDB, I have observability tools, but take a look at this. A CMDB tells you what assets you have, but it misses the drift and the story behind them. Observability tools give you tons of signals, but they lack the business context and the ownership. A context graph doesn't replace these tools. It's the glue that connects them all to create true, actionable understanding. Here's a really crucial distinction. Most of our tools operate on what's called the state clock. They'll tell you a server is using 80% CPU right now. But the real knowledge is in the event clock. That tells you the story of why. It knows that 2 hours ago, a new code deployment went out that caused a memory leak. A context graph makes that history, the event clock, a first-class citizen. Okay, now we get to the heart of it. This isn't just about making human operators more efficient. This is the absolute, non-negotiable key to unlocking the true potential of an AI-driven workforce in your cloud. Just imagine setting loose multiple AI agents without shared context. It would be pure chaos. You'd have a cost-saving agent seeing an idle database and marking it for deletion. But at the very same time, a reliability agent knows it's the primary failover for your main production database. They're both working blind, and one of them is about to take down your entire application. But when those same agents share a context graph, the picture changes completely. They are no longer blind. They can see the full state of the system, they understand all the dependencies, and they can even see the decision traces of other agents. They move from chaos to coordination, making safe, consistent, and aligned decisions. So what exactly are the agents getting from this graph? Well, they get a shared map of reality. They see the history of why things are the way they are. They understand all the dependencies, and they know the rules of engagement. It's the essential ground truth they need to be effective. So what does this all add up to? Let's zoom out and look at the future that a truly context-aware cloud makes possible. It is a fundamental shift in how we all operate. Ultimately, this enables 4 absolute game changers. You get safer change because you can finally see the blast radius of a deployment before it ever ships. You get tighter security because you can trace dependencies to contain an incident in minutes, not hours. You get smarter cost control by finding savings you know for sure are safe to act on. And you finally get clear, durable accountability. And I want to leave you with this really powerful idea. We're all chasing better AI, smarter models, but the real prerequisite for the next generation of cloud operations, it isn't better AI, it's better ground truth. So the question to leave you with is this. Is your cloud built on scattered data, or is it built on connected knowledge? Is it truly ready for an AI workforce? Thanks for joining this explainer.